Hey everyone, good morning. So guys, as part of the today's session, let us start about a function overloading. What is an overloading? A same method with a different sets of arguments and as well as a return type. So you will be creating a different methods and you will be passing a different sets of an arguments with the same name. So what I'm gonna do right now means I'm creating a function add one. Okay, let me create a simple function with a name as an add one. Okay, so here I have created a function add one a b and it returns a plus b. And here function add one again. Okay, probably A of a strings, B of a strings, return A plus B. That's what I have added right now. See, unlike in any other programming languages, we know that the overloading itself means the same name with a different arguments, right? So here we have a different arguments. If you see, the first method is an add one. Okay, and it is accepting a number. The return type is a number. I have written a one more method add one itself with a string and a string as a return type, which is a perfectly all right as an overloading concept. But the point here is, as part of this TypeScript overloading, you are not supposed to have two different methods. Okay, you will be having only one definition for the multiple methods. That's what the key concept here is. See here, only one definition for the multiple functions. Okay, only one definition for the multiple functions we are gonna define here as part of this particular chunk. So let us see how exactly we can define this whole. Okay, so let us see how exactly we can define this whole chunk. Let me delete this one. So function add. Okay, add. I'm not writing down any logics. I'm ending with a semicolon. See here. So I created a function add which is accepting one number and x second number as a y and it is returning the number, but I'm not writing down any logics. And again I'm writing down a one more function add which is accepting two strings as an input and another string as a return statement. So here this itself is an overloading. Both are add methods, both are having a different set of inputs, both are having a different sets of return types. That itself is an overloading. Then Surendra, how are we gonna write down the logic for that? Right? So here function add, we need to define a type which is of a any basically. Okay, the type here is of a any. In general, the type here is of a any. So here type any return x plus y. See here, that's a simple thing. X may be any value, whether it is an integer or a number value, whether it is a string value, whether it is a boolean value, you can give any value to that. So the return type is also any. So here what I am doing here is console.log add of a 5 comma 10 console.log hello world. So I'm giving a numbers. So whenever you give numbers, right, so the first method will be called. Okay, then integers will be substituted here or the numbers will be substituted here. And whenever we call the second one of a strings, so this will be called and the strings will be added down here. Okay, the strings will be added down here. So let me try to run this program and check it out. See here the sum of numbers and the sum of the strings also, which is a concatenation got performed. So this is the way how exactly we can implement an overloaded method. So there is another way how exactly we can do this implementation. So here I'm defining x of any comma y of any, and here what I'm gonna do right now is, if you remember, we used a type of a variable. The type of variable will return whether it is a number, whether it is a string or as such. So here what I am doing is, instead of directly writing down the logic here, what I am doing right now here is, okay, this is what my function is. Let me maximize it. Yeah, let me close my function here. Okay, so here what is there? Okay, so function, I'm ending my function here. What I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna write down a logic if, okay, if the type of x is equal to number. If the x value, whatever you have a passed, is a number, and of course, the type of a y value, whatever you are passing, is also a number. In such a cases, of course, both are numbers itself. In such a cases, perform that particular operation. Where it is, perform, control Z. So here, return, okay, return. Man. So this is a copilot, yeah. So return x plus y. That's it. Okay. Else, if the type of x is equal to string, okay, x equal to string, and type of a y is equal to string. In such a cases, okay, x is equal to string and y is equal to string, right? In such a cases, perform this, which is return x plus y. This time we are performing this operation on the integers. Okay, so this time we are performing the operations on a strings. So here, depending on the type, also you can perform this particular logic, guys. Okay, depending on the type, also you can perform this particular logic. Now here, console.log add of a numbers, and of course console.log add of this particular chunk. So perfectly all right. Let me try to run this particular program and check it out how this is gonna work. So let me run it. See here, the program got executed, 15 and a hello world got a passed. For suppose, for the same adding, if I pass a number and a string, it will not accept. The reason is you have a method overloaded which does has only a number, which does has only a string. That's it. That's the way, okay, how exactly you can deal with this particular overloading. Okay, this is a one way how exactly we can deal with this particular overloading, guys. If you look at this particular documentation, overloading with a different parameters type. So the first method is having of a number type, and the second function is having a string type. And there is another overloading with a different number of parameters. You can pass a different number of parameters for this particular overloading, different number of arguments also we can say. So here, let me create a new program, example for functions4.ts. Okay, in this situation, what I'm gonna do right now is function greeting message. Okay, I'm not giving any arguments here. Okay, I'm not giving any arguments. It's gonna return a string. Okay, it's gonna return a string. The same way, function greeting message, and this time it's accepting one string. So function greeting message, this time it's gonna accept name colon string, comma, and the parameter is gonna be age as a number. Also I'm passing, this is this particular chunk. Okay, age as a number that I have a passed. Perfectly all right. So here, guys, if you observe this particular thing, the greeting message is an overloaded function. The first one, it's not having any parameters. The second one, it's having a one parameter, and the third one is having a two different parameters. Okay, it's having a two different parameters. So how are we gonna write it down? So guys, if you remember, whenever we were discussing about a functions, we studied about optional parameters. So here, function greeting message. Okay, so function space greeting message, and this time my name is an optional parameter. Okay, my name is an optional parameter. Okay, an optional parameter. Of course, my age it is of a number which is an optional parameter, and I am returning a string. Okay, and I'm returning a string here in this particular case. Okay, so what I'm doing right now here is, here based on the type I wanna perform it. Okay, based on the type I wanna perform it. If type of, okay, type of name is strictly equal to string, and type of age is strictly equal to number, then, okay, then I'm returning hello name, you are years of old. Perfectly all right. Else if, okay, else if the type of name is just a string, return hello. Else if we don't have anything, simply return guest. Okay, so what it's gonna do is, whenever you are not passing any parameters, then this else block will be executed. So whenever you have passed only one parameter, this name, it will be executed. Whenever you are passing two parameters, which is one string and one number, then this one will be executed. Okay, so let us see a simple example that does this activity. Console.log a greeting message, which is going to be only the hello guest. Console.log, I was just giving all these things. Surendra 30. Okay, perfectly all right. Let me try to run this program and check it out whether it is printing all this information or not. Save it. Okay, save it. And let me run it once and check it out. Okay, looks like there is an issue. One second, let us look at this issue. What is the mistake that we have done? Okay, module object. Signature is not compatible with the implemented signature. This overloaded signature is not compatible with the implemented signature. Why it is asking like that? Okay, so why exactly it's asking in this particular way? This is the chunk that we have implemented. It is saying that there is an issue with this signature and the implementation. So you have a greeting message function, and this is accepting. So here guys, if you look at the issue, the string that I am using here is an uppercase. So let me change this case. Okay, that's the issue. I just changed the case and save it. Let me try to run it. See here, hello guest, hello this, hello Surendra, you are 30 years old. That's the way how exactly you can perform a method overloading concepts. Okay, perfectly all right. See you again in the next session with the next topic. Thank you.